Hey guys, welcome back to Taste of Victory. I'm TastyRC, and today we have the next English meta update after the Pro Play Games 128-person online regional qualifier tournament has ended. That did end February 26th. That was a Sunday. That was a sold-out tournament, and we got to see some very interesting developments with our English meta from the last English meta update video, if you've seen that one. Now, for this meta update, we have gone extra in-depth and really detailed and reached out to all these top players, or as many as I was able to get in contact with within the time frame of creating this video. So we'll have some opinions. Some of them will be joining us. Some of them will have given us some pointers on what they want to explain about the deck in this meta update. Others have actually come onto the channel and have done a deck profile for us, and that'll be going up throughout the week. So first place, if we want to get straight into it, also we will be looking at other tournaments as well, because before this there was a half case tournament that Pro Play Games did at the very end of March. I believe it was like March 30th or March 28th. And that was also 128 person, so it is very relevant to see the development of our meta and to back up these results in this one. So we'll be looking at that, and we'll be looking at some of the locals these top players played in to practice for those tournaments. So let's go ahead and get into it with first place, Kevin Besta. So Kevin won with Security Control. This thing has many names, but really to keep it simple to yourself, Security Control, Angel Control is what he named it in his deck list submittal, but Security Control is pretty self-explanatory. So Kevin did come onto the channel and do a deck profile for us. So he will be the first going up tomorrow of several deck profiles that will be going up throughout the entire week, starting a week-long uploads of in-depth profiles going over their decks, their matchups, and how to play these decks and common misconceptions about them. And let me tell you, there's a lot of misconceptions about Security Control. There's a lot of weird tech choices out in this deck for other people that have tried it, but here we have Kevin's, which won first place. So there's a lot of debates of how you build this Security Control. It's getting hugely popular lately. For example, here Kevin went practically undefeated. I believe he only went 1-1 once, I believe he told me, and otherwise it was a bunch of 2-0 matches. And he ran 4 Cupimons when the popular opinion online seems to be, or like, you know, the discourse, the debate seems to be for Upamons instead of Cupimon because they're more likely to be live. Kevin's reasoning is that Cupimon at 4 is better because you want to be as aggressive as you can with your draws, you know, with the rookies that you get over it. So you get your draw off your rookie. Next turn you get your draw swing off of it, you know. And he thinks it's more likely to be live than Upamon. So that's the reasoning there. But this is a very interesting deck because basically your security becomes an entire lethal weapon, and the point of it is trying to play into that security game and destroy your opponent's Digimon, let it do the work, a majority of it. And if they don't know how to play against this deck and how to adapt quickly once they realize this is what they're playing against, they're basically going to out-defeat themselves. And we see that commonly here with Gaia Force. We have this yellow option that's in the starter deck. It's not commonly used in other scenarios. Got Enos Javelin, Shoulder Adjust, just a bunch, and then the security Digimon to make them even more dangerous when swinging at your security. Then you have all this recovery to put all those bombs into the security. And in this meta, tall stacks are really important. This basically, we're going in a tall meta right now rather than wide. Rookie Rush being the only really prominent wide deck, I would say off the top of my head, because Imperial Dramon, you want those inheritables off of Pyildra. You want that stack to be able to get all those swings at once. And then maybe you have another Vmon out. And then red, we all know red commits to that stack because you're building up to Omnimon. Yellow with Shine, you know, so it makes you really cautious about swinging into security, and because of that, it lets Security Zoo run away with it. Otherwise, they're losing their whole stack, and honestly, for many decks in this meta, once that one stack is blown out, it is very hard to come back, and Security Zoo capitalizes on that. But yeah, for more in-depth profile on this deck, the card choices and whatnot, do keep an eye out for Kevin's deck profile. It's going up on the channel live tomorrow. Check back then. And if you're watching this in 2022 for some reason, maybe the deck's already researches, just go watch it right now, Joe. I just blew some guy's mind named Joe in 2022. So let's go ahead and go on to the next list. This is Alex Michael's Shine Greymon list. So right off the bat, they do have a deck profile over on Limit Break YouTube channel. So definitely go to that video. It should be showing up right now in the top right, a little link. Check that out. Show them some love. That guy worked hard to get second place at 128-person regional. Not easy. So that we go back to the list. We see here it's a pretty standard Shy Greymon list. You got the Truemons, the cheap vanillas, the climb and stuff. And then we got some spicier choices that we don't see too often here. We see he kind of like toolboxed his mega lineup with Kentarosmon and Mastemon, as opposed to just like 3 or 2 slash Angemon, which is the very common backup mega. So that's a very interesting, cool list. And it's awesome to see that we can see lists diverging from the standard list we see being able to top as far as second place. So definitely go check out their profile on Limit Break TCG. And next, we actually have Tyler. I hope I do not butcher. I'm just going to go with Tyler because I do not want to butcher your last name. I do not want to butcher it. I am very sorry for that. So yeah, Tyler, who topped with Red Omnimon. So Red Omnimon, we all know it. We all either love or hate it. It's a very common, powerful deck in this tool. And we do see that they have that one War Greymon teched in there for the security control matchup. So Tyler did top with this third place, very impressive showing that Red Omnimon is still incredibly powerful in our meta and able to compete. And if we actually look at the previous 128 person half case tournament the PPG also hosted, we saw that Tyler actually shouted out his friend Dan Vang, who also topped with Red Omnimon at this previous March tournament. So you can see that the Red Omnimon is still putting in work across multiple 128-person tournaments. It is still a very fierce contender in the meta, even into the security control matchup. And then, so that's very impressive. Red Omnimon's been able to keep his momentum so long since 1.0. And actually, special surprise, Tyler is here to join us for some comments on the Red Omnimon deck and its place in this meta right now. Do check out his channel. He's uploading his own deck profile currently to it. It should be up hopefully by the time of this video. But I'm going to let Tyler take it away for a couple of minutes to describe Red Omnimon, his choices, and his place in this meta for a quick summary before you go to his deck profile.
Hey everybody, it's Tyler Sear with Gaia Force Gaming, and I'm here on Taste of Victory's channel to talk about Omni Red in the meta today, in the 1.5 meta for the Digimon card game. I recently topped with Omni Red at I think it was the first PPG qualifier event that they hosted.
I think so, yeah, because they only did like half case tournaments before this, stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. So this was a really fun invitational event. It was a long day, so it was 7 rounds and then top cut 2 if you made it. So it was like a 11-hour day for me. Mm-hmm. But I chose Red. I played Red through most of 1.0 just because I really liked Red as a playstyle then. I think it's very different the way it plays in the 1.5 format, even though not that many cards have changed. I think now it plays much more like a mid-range deck than it did before. Before, I think I would consider it more kind of like a tempo aggro deck almost. Now I think it's just... At the beginning of 1.5, I wasn't a huge fan of how Red played into the meta. I just thought like Shine was so prevalent, and Shine is like a slightly unfavored matchup for Red, at least the way people played Shine before compared to the way people played Red before. Mm-hmm. But with people like playing more, I don't want to say rogue decks because they're kind of the meta now, because you see the top 16 breakdown and there's the 2 security control decks. You have Mega Zoo, just like a bunch of stuff that, like frankly, at the beginning of 1.5, I was playing Mega Zoo and a lot of my teammates were kind of like laughing at me, like not laughing at me, but kind of like, oh come on, like play a serious deck, like. But I think Mega Zoo found a really good spot. It just took a little bit for the format to flesh out, and I think Red is kind of in a similar spot. I think Red plays a lot better now into the like more diverse meta than it did into the like all Shine and Rookie Rush meta that there was before. Mm-hmm. I just think Red as an all-comers list doesn't really struggle too hard against any particular matchup, but it also doesn't shine very great against any matchup. It's like a good 50-50 like into the wild matchup. Like I just felt very comfortable that no matter what I saw, I had a chance to beat. Especially like I've been just playtesting a lot with, my team and my friends, and just especially against Rookie Rush and the security control. I ended up not playing any security control decks, but I was pretty comfortable with that matchup. Mm-hmm. I think that the control deck is very powerful, but since their strategy hinges on decking you out for the most part, you're one of like pieces to beat them become way more powerful because you'll actually see them in the matchup.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so like a lot of people like were telling me like, oh, why are you only running one BT1 War Greymon? You should run more. I don't think BT1 War Greymon is amazing in most matchups. It's only really good in the security matchup. And in that matchup, unless you like put it in your security, you're gonna see it. Just due to the fact that they're trying to deck you out. And you just kind of play aggressively and loose to try and make them do 1-for-1 trades because that's what they want to do. You try not to give them any 2-for-1 trades in their favor. And give them their 1-for-1 trades until they're like, they won't run out of resources. That's the way the deck works. They out-resource you. But you kind of build and you're raising towards the end of the game your perfect stack for War Greymon. And then hopefully it sets you up with a turn where you could drop War Greymon, swing, and then swing with a rookie for game. And that's kind of the point to beating them. At least that was my plan if I played one. I can't attest to how well it would or wouldn't work because I didn't end up playing one in the tournament. But
right.
But I felt pretty good. All of my games, with the exception of my games against Rookie Rush, were 2-0 victories. And, of course, the game I lost against in the finals. And the one I lost in Swiss was to the Red Mirror, and it was a 1-2 in a very close set of 3. And then the Rookie Rush I played in Swiss was 2-1, and the Rookie Rush I played in the top 8 was a 2-1 victory as well. And I mean, with Rookie Rush, they could just outpace you if they get a killer hand.
Right, definitely.
That just happens with Rookie Rush. They abuse just the basic mechanics of the Digimon card game, being like the memory and like card efficiency. Like they have very high value, low cost cards.
Right.
And that's I know a lot of people think the deck is toxic. I think it's a valid deck. I just think it's got a high skill floor. Like there's not a lot of room per se to grow in that deck as there are in other decks. Like you take the security deck, for example, like that takes a lot of time to put in to like really understand your matchups, and whereas Rookie Rush, you could grasp it a lot quicker and kind of master it a lot quicker. But that doesn't make the deck toxic or bad for the game. It's just a strategy that you need to be prepared for.
Right.
But I think in 1.5, I think Red's going to stay pretty strong. At least if the meta stays kind of where it's at, where it's pretty diverse. I think it has a lot of really good tools. I've always liked Red. I don't know how long I'm going to stick on Red, just because I like playing different decks at different times. But I do. It's kind of my fallback safety deck. Whenever I'm not really comfortable or sure what to play, I always go for Red. Did you have any specific questions about the tournament or the deck?
Not for the purpose of this. I figure you would go into that on your deck profile, and that'd be fair to just link people over to your channel so they could see it there, all the specifics about matchups and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, and just big thank you for like asking me to come on and talk about this, and just a big shout out to the whole community. I think the Digimon card game community is just stellar. Like, it's so great to see people get behind each other and love this game.
Yeah, I'm really happy seeing that kind of stuff too. It's no problem at all, dude. Thank you for coming on and setting some time aside to be on the channel and stuff.
Oh, it's no problem. Anytime, honestly.
Awesome, cool. All right, well, thanks for coming on, dude. Really appreciate it. Really insightful information there too. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up, we have Rookie Rush. So Rookie Rush is by Eric Abney, and I do have a deck profile with Eric going up soon too. That'll be going up after, it'll be scheduled basically in the orders of toppings, so that should be going up in about 2 days, and so forth and so on. So Eric did top with Rookie Rush, and there are quite a few changes here from Huang's Rookie Rush list, notably the 4 Positron instead of the only 2 that they were running previously. They do go more in depth into that in their deck profile. They'll be going up in a couple of days. But basically, the gist of Rookie Rush is you want your bodies to stay on board as long as you can because you don't have as much traditional draw power without being able to Digivolve. So Positron helps keep those bodies on board as long as you can, to keep reducing the amount of things they could swing at your rookies. So that's very cool. Congratulations to them for 4th place. So we see Rookie Rush is still taking lists after Huang's debut at the first place with its undefeated run at the official Bandai event all the way back at the beginning of March. And next we actually have Steven Rodriguez, the true champion himself. He topped with Security Control as well. So it's very interesting to compare and contrast the list with Kevin's, who defeated... Actually, I don't know if they played each other, but Steven may have been knocked out somewhere else, and Kevin was able to take the whole tournament with his version of Security Control, who he has been pioneering, really. Obviously, all these lists are based off Japanese lists, so very much credits to them. Their ideas taken from that. But in terms of introducing it to English players and proving it beyond just the meme, Kevin was apparently some of the earliest to be doing that in locals, and then True Chevy Steve picked it up after he placed some people in webcam games. But here we have his version of it, which ups the bounce of Greymon's and actually reduces Ankyliomon entirely, I'm noticing, which is a very, very strange choice. Gives you less options to draw if you want to dig into your outs and things like that. So that's really weird to increase that. But I get it, you know, because you want targets for your options if you have to play them from hand, I guess. Security Greymon kind of does that. And then the two Ragnas are completely random. Probably for some specific matchup, but in terms of the mirror, it's completely useless because it'll be blown out by the DP minusing. And I do believe Kevin goes into more detail on tech choices and whatnot in the deck profile that will be going up tomorrow. But congratulations to him for 5th place finish. So that we see that's 2 tops already since they surprised debut of this deck. Security Control is really running away in popularity, and it's able to prove you that it can hold its weight against more traditional decks. It's very interesting to see that. Next up, we got Jarrett Sosa, who was 6th place with another Shine Greymon deck list, so that's fantastic. We got 2 Shines in top 8, showing that the deck still has a... Actually, we might have 3. Yeah, we have 3 Shines in top 8 right now. And I'm sure the more we scroll... Yeah, 3. And it just shows us the power that Shine has once you get those teamers out on the field. Once the board wipe has been done, it gets really hard to come back from Shine's momentum, and you're kind of hoping your security... or if you're a really good player, you could really outskill yourself back. It's what you're basically hoping for. But yes, pretty standard list. We don't see any spicy megas here compared to the second place list from Alex Michael. Like as I was saying, we got the traditional / Angemon, so it's fantastic. The Shine's able to top. Then we have Zuhair. So Zuhair is a very strong. So we see that Zuhair is now 7th place with another Shine Greymon list. So that's fantastic, showing the strategy of Shine Greymon. And we can see a bit of differences in between those lists here at a glance. Both taking in the Shakumon for the Rookie Rush matchup, which is pretty hard matchup for anyone really. But Shine Greymon's kind of slower paced deck and control-ish. So by the time you get to where you would normally board wipe other decks, Rookie Rush has probably already finished the game, so very good tech choice. And we got the Spicy Sylphimon here. Again, I'm assuming to deal with that. I'm not sure if Zuhair has a deck profile up with someone else. And if they do, Zuhair, you're watching this, feel free to drop it or let us know. Always love to go more in depth on these card choices, because that's really cool to see these tech choice decks topping up. So yeah, Shine is still a very powerful force, even with Security Control running around and Red Omnimon making a resurgence. We see that... well, I guess Red Omnimon never really left, but neither has Shine Greymon, it seems now, since the last 128-person 1.5 tournament. And then we have 8th place with Pedro Alves. He is Rookie Rush. So Pedro is actually one of the top players that was able to reach out. He has given us some notes about the Rookie Rush matchup he would like to share and his thoughts and comments in his place in the meta. So he tells us, Rookie Rush requires some skill. Keeping your Gabumons for later draw and evolving a 2-cost is a part of it. As I said previously, keep that hand advantage up is really crucial because you don't have traditional ways of drawing in Rookie Rush. So since Rookie Rush loses to having nothing to play sometimes, my thoughts on the matchups are as following. Omnimon Red, rush down the security. The last thing you want is there to be any Gaia Force on the security when you're going for lethal, but try to go for security anytime you can. Shine Greymon, rush him down in 3 to 4 turns or you lose. The yellow player could get board advantage in the mid game and I lose out to it. So yeah, Shine Greymon's grind game is unbelievable. You always want to just go face and try to finish things as fast as you can with Shine Greymon's. The mirror match is a rush down as well. Play anything for less cost you can every time, and remember to keep a Positron on hand for handling some turns. Definitely. Megazoo. Positron Laser is fundamental, and Flower Cannon as well. Trying to get rid of the security is good as well because of Kaiser Nail or even Gaia Force, making my opponent sometimes able to double Volcanic Dramon. Black blockers. Get aboard the biggest you can, and then go for a big attack, considering to have Flower Cannon and XV on hand. Imperial Blue matchup, the one who rushes faster wins, no big deal. Yellow-Red security. Security control. Keep attacking to get rid of the best cards on security and limit the memory for you to get a lot of boys and he doesn't. If you rush your opponent at any time, it's better than keeping a lot of battle cards on the battle area because you never know if your opponent is teching a volcanic on deck. Keep playing 5Ks when you are afraid of it and hope not to make it to your 7th to 8th turn. Not one single game I went into 6 to 7 turns. So yeah, the strategy and philosophy behind Rookie Rush is rush them down and end that game as fast as you can. And man, not ending a single game past 7th turn, that is very impressive by Pedro. An amazing top 8 finish. Congratulations to them. It's showing us that Rookie Rush is still topping and it's not going away anytime soon with 2 Rookie Rushes in top 8. Even with Security Control, which is terrible matchup on paper for it, still able to perform. And then we have 9th place with Travis O'Halloran. I'm sorry if I'm butchering anyone's last names. Travis placed with Megazoo and is another one of the deck profiles I have on my channel going up. So stay tuned throughout the week. The deck profile with Travis will be going up. And he is a former content creator trying to get with another game, trying to get into back into content creating for this game. So definitely keep an eye out for that and shout out to his channel when it goes up and he's prepared it. So he placed with Megazoo. So this is really awesome to see Megazoo just outside of top 8. I believe he actually bubbled. So it could have made it on any other day depending on the opponent's resistance. So that's really awesome to see Megazoo still able to perform that well. Fantastic road deck, able to surprise the opponent, and if not, simply able to overpower the opponent. So the spicy thing here is that he has a blue base with Kaiser Nail. So Kaiser Nail is really cool, over Omnimon, or Omnimon over Volcanic Dramon. I mean, you could drop Volcanic Dramon, Digivolve, Kaiser Nail, do it again if you have the blue Digitama out. So that is very spicy, very good in the Rookie Rush matchup where you want to get as many Volcanic drops on them as you can. So very solid list. Seems like it was very well built and prepared for the current meta that we had going in. So that's shout outs to them with that great deck building. Definitely check out that deck profile once it's up on the channel. I will edit it back into this video in a couple days. This should eventually be in the top right, that little link to click it. Next, we got Trace Wayne. So just outside of top 8, 10th place, another Rookie Rush list. So in top 16, we are seeing multiple Rookie Rush lists, showing that the deck is still just as powerful, even with Security Control running around. It is still able to perform. Pretty standard list, really akin to Huang's list. But see, here we have the Shakomon tucked in for the Mirror Match, which is a fantastic card. Although we also see here the Vidramon, I believe. Yes, Vidramon. Very interesting choice because I have not heard from Trace. I don't know if he has a profile up somewhere else. If so, again, if you're watching, do please link it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on your deck. Performed very well. You got into top 10. So congratulations to them. It's really cool to see decks that get a lot of hate like Rookie Rush still being innovated on. So it's really cool to see that. And then we got another Red Omni list, 11th place with Eric Edholm. Very shout out to them. We see they teched in 3 of the BT1 War Greymons, which its effect is it turns off options revealed in security through its attack. So preparing for the Security Zoo matchup, expecting it to be popular, we can see here with that tech choice. So good call on them. Got them to 11th place, really worked well. But yeah, we see Omnimon is just everywhere, really able to perform still. Lewis Gordon, 12th. It seems we got Rookie Rush again with another, or not Rookie Rush, sorry, Megazoo with another blue base Kaiser Nail. So that's really cool. Shout out to Lewis Gordon with his Megazoo top. So we got 2 Megazoo decks toppings. Great day for rogue deck representation. Honestly, at this point, Megazoo is probably the very top of tier 3, if not bottom of tier 2. Basically, at that point, it's kind of semantics. But yeah, fantastic build. Very similar to the one we saw above. Very fun deck. I'm glad they were able to pilot it to that. We see another Rookie Rush, so that's another one. So 13th, 14th Rookie Rush, so that puts us at, what, 5 of these now, taking up the majority of top 16. Or rather, oh, well, so this is actually Imperial Dramon. Justin Harris is actually Imperial Dramon. I'm sorry. I see all the rookies and I instinctively say Rookie Rush. But yeah, Justin Harris is 13th with Blue Imperial Dramon. Very fun deck. Very traditional build here, except we see the Ray of Victory, which balances a level 5 back to deck. So in the mirror, that is amazing. And a lot of other decks like Shine Greymon, which will be sitting on their rise until they can get into Shine or something or other, is a very fantastic tech choice. I do like that a lot. It's very cool to see that and Clockless Breath instead of the 2 Positron Laser, which is the popular choice. So very cool. Shout outs to them for topping with Imperial Dramon. Then we got John Mendoza. They topped with, so this is the actual Rookie Rush. My apologies. Actual Rookie Rush here, guys. They got the pretty standard list here as well. The 2 Positron, Hammer Sparks. So we see that Rookie Rush is taking up a lot of the top spots. I don't know if we'll see that going down going forward with the new introduction of Security Zoo being so prevalent. But as as you see, just play it smart, go wide. Rookie Rush might be able to do it. But yeah, it's a very, very bad matchup with the Security Zoo. So I wonder how much of them, it was a matter of being able to duck it that whole tournament day and get lucky. But obviously, no discrediting anyone because they are very skilled to have made it this far at all. But yeah, really cool to see how much Security or Rookie Rush is still performing with all the hate teched into it and all these decks. Because like Red is like geared nowadays to hate Rookie Rush. I know a lot of people are building Imperial Dramon to hate Rookie Rush too, so it's really cool to see the deck still performing. And 15th place is another person who will be coming on to do a deck profile on the channel. That'll be Christian Miller with his blue Imperial Dramon. So there's a lot of spicy tech choices here for the Mirror and for Rookie Rush hate. So we have here the Gabumon starter deck, which discards a source off of a level 4 or lower, or level 5 or lower. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a source stripping effect to pair with Shakulmon. So in the Mirror or in Rookie Rush, they can't swing with that Vmon and their other rookies, or etc., etc. So that is very interesting tech choice, and it took them all the way to 15th place. So definitely check out that deck profile because it's very insightful and interesting to see what those tech choices, why they were done, and how they worked out for them. But that's really cool. We got 2 representations here for Imperial Dramon in top 16. Congratulations to them. And then 16th, rounding out the list, is Matias Ramirez with red Omnimon. Traditional build here. We see the Blitz Greymon, Phoenixmon, Omnimons. Very traditional build here, but with the spicy Durandamon for the Pierce. Is it Duramon? I believe it's Duramon for the Pierce on Omnimon. That is really cool. So congratulations to them. Red Omnimon taking up a lot of slots in this list as well. And then here we have a quick, easy graphic summarizing the topping decks and which ones performed the most out of all of them. So we see the summary of first, second, and third we just saw, but then we see Rookie Rush taking up the majority of top 16 with 5 whole topping deck lists. So still the deck to beat, and a Security Zoo might be the deck to beat it going forward. As more people play it, they have to run into it more in their matchups on the way to top 16. But for now, Rookie Rush still seems to be on top. Red Omnimon just second place with 3 topping lists, and Shine. So Shine and Omi are both popular decks. Shine has a really good matchup into Omnimon, so it's basically a matter of what they're seeing on the way up there, their other opponents and stuff. But yeah, equally as popular, it definitely makes a lot of sense to me since they're both incredibly powerful decks. And then we got Mega Zoo, Yellow Red, Security Control, and Imperial Dramon with 2 topping lists, only 1 represented here. I don't know why it says only 1, because we do have Imperial Dramon here at 13th and at 15th. So I wonder if they made the same mistake of me, like, oh, this is Rookie Rush. Or if he just... Yeah, so that's interesting there from PPG. So if we take a look at their previous regional level online webcam tournament, which was the half case 128 person tournament, we see Red Omnimon top that one. We talked about it earlier. It had the list here, pretty standard Omnimon list, and I will try to link this in the description so you guys can go like all these yourself. Jonathan Kim was second place to Shine Greymon. We see here full cards, and then you do this little button here to get a nice little picture of it. We got the nice little Allotmon tech, really fantastic card to be able to keep drawing and unbreak your hand. And we do see the 4 Ankling one, which is not a common choice at all in Shine, but I do see why, because like just that 1 extra body on board will mess up a lot of your opponent's plans to try to squeak out another turn just for game. A lot of people need just that 1 more turn to win, and they will plan around how many bodies are on field, calculating that to be able to survive, and then this messes up all their strategy with that being revealed in Security. So that's a really cool tech choice, and seeing that get all the way in 2nd place. And then we got Rookie Rush in 3rd, another Rookie Rush in 4th, Shine again, Red Omnimon, Shine again. So Rookie Rush, Red Omnimon, Shine at the beginning of this meta we see with a really, really popular list, making top 8 and top 16. Going past top 8, we see more Shine, more Rookie Rush, Rookie Rush, Rookie Rush, Rookie Rush. So Rookie Rush was huge going into the beginning of this meta. We saw it was gigantic after the popularity that Huang Zero started by topping with it undefeated in the official Bandai tournament at the beginning of March, and then this is the results of it at the end of March. And now here into mid-April, we see that a lot of people have teched tons of hate into it, and these Rookie Rush hating decks are what's topping now. We got Security, so we got Shine with a Kintarosmon to minus security to -2 security them on Digivolution, so they can't swing as aggressively that turn when it comes out. We got self-explanatory Red. You got all the Alter S's and the Volcanic Dramons and stuff, And then we got that Imperial Digimon builds that we saw teched in some hate for the Rookie Rush matchup themselves. So makes sense that all these Rookie Rush lists are, we have less tops, still a ton, still the majority at 5, but the meta is gearing towards hating the deck a lot, and because of that, a lot of these other ones are starting to pop up and still topping, hoping to see it, like, awesome, I teched for you, now I'm going to get not an easy win, but I'm prepared for it, so we see these decks topping because of that, and because of the very good skills of their pilots. So yeah, we saw that going on here. And then, and I did enter this tournament. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to top though, but I am very proud of my result. 32nd place out of 128 people. It was a really hard fought battle. There was a lot of Rookie Rushes on the way up there. I have a couple of those videos of those duels up on the channel, so do go check them out if you're interested. I placed 32nd. I know True Champion Steve was also in this tournament. He placed 36th with Shine Greymon. So that's pretty cool to see, more red and more yellow representation, the decks you're expecting. That's what is the current meta. Now, very interesting, I think, would be to look at the decks, the tournaments where they are practicing for these large events the majority of the time. So if we look at their locals, their like online webcam locals are playing in like a bunch of other ones. If we see here, where was it? So this is one I play in weekly. This is the Triumph local. So Triumph is the sponsor, hosted by Beaver. If we look at their top 8s, we see we have Enrajo here with Shine Greymon. We see Nighthawk, a lot of these longtime people playing the game since Japan in Tabletop Simulator and winning fan-made tournaments on Tabletop Simulator. So experienced players. We have a top 8 here, Nighthawk topping with Black because he got matched up with so many Rookie Rush players that tournament. Rookie Rush is still very popular, even at the locals level. And because of the matchup, you have to hope to see Let's Stop the Fighting, which is a fantastic card in Rookie Rush, and I do not understand why any of the players that play the deck are debating at all on cutting it. That is definitely not the move. Practice the deck more. But yeah, he played into a lot of Rookie Rush matchups, so we see that Black is a decent, it's a road deck option that can top, if you're good with your matchups, because it's a really hard matchup for Rookie Rush. You really got to play hard to get around those blockers. We see another Shine, Rookie Rush, red featuring Valkyremon. That's really interesting. We see purple, so the rogue deck, is able to top once in there, and we see Imperial Digimon. So Rookie Rush is still the name of the game. And then, so that was the first qualifier. So this is a online webcam weekly tournament series, and the last 4 tournaments they've done have been a qualifier for a finals where you get like entire boxes of 1.0, 1.5. So a lot of people have been trying really hard at these webcam tournaments to get that pricing. So you see for the second qualifier, we have Rookie Rush, Ragnazu, Rookie Rush again, Shine, purple, Shine, green, red Omnimon. So we see that Rookie Rush and Shine are really popular lists in our meta. And then if we go to the Triumph TCG Discord itself, Rugged Dookie got 3rd place in the first qualifier with Shine Greymon, fantastic deck. Nighthawk got 2nd with Black Blockers because it has such a good matchup into Rookie Rush. And we see that Enrajo got 1st with Shine. Shine's still able to take names and is still a very strong deck even with Security Control running around. And then we see for the second qualifier, Rookie Rush took 3rd, literally Huang Zero's list. So he just submitted a picture of his video. That is hilarious. This is Raze from Hard Mode Games. Check them out on YouTube. They are also making videos. They have a very fantastic how to play the Digimon TCG video up on their channel, Hard Mode Games. That's Raze. Second place was Playgoo with Ragnazu Recovery. So that is not Security Control. This is Megazoo, type deck. It's just a yellow base, so shout outs to them. And then we see Rookie Rush, Drasu winning it first place with Rookie Rush. Very popular deck. The Chimeramon tech is very spicy. You like to see that. That is very cool. This photo is for ants. If you're looking for some competitive locals, definitely check out Triumph TCG. The link will be in the description. If we look at the recent Big Bite 11 tournament, we saw that Rookie Rush was another one taking first place at that tournament, and we see Zuhair, who actually placed in the top 8 of the recent PPG tour. We see that he placed 2nd place here, so he's losing to Rookie Rush in the Shine matchup. And we see 3rd place was actually a Ceresmon deck, so we see the Rogue deck. So a lot of people claim for Tier 1, but it's just not been giving us the results to prove that. So this is like a solid Tier 2 deck, I would say, at this point. With results that we're seeing here today, it's all Tier high 3, mid to Tier 2. But it's still able to perform. It's basically here 3rd place, against players like Zuhair and Yosp. So that's very interesting. If we look at further metas, we see some rogue decks we want to see start popping up. If we want to look beyond top 16, is where we start seeing those rogue decks. And here we have 35th place, Marcel Long got green base Imperial Dramon all the way up to 35. So like, out of 120 people, shout outs to you, man. 35th place is not easy at all. Congratulations, taking this very unconventional build for Imperial Dramon and making it work that well. Because we see they still use the blue top end because that is still the better one with all the restanding you can do. And then only one of the green one because, you know, you can miss the timing with Imperial Dramon's inheritable effect. You don't restand as much as the other one. You don't restand all your other jammers, etc., etc. So very awesome to see that kind of rogue deck build of green Imperial popping up into top 35. And then just another example of a locals topping list. We see another red Omnimon list teching in the War Greymon from booster set 1. So it looks like the meta a lot. The meta call is to tech in that booster set 1 War Greymon. We see a lot of lists now are topping because if we look at top 16, which is the beginning or rather the end of March, if we look at these red Omnimon lists, just these two right here. Let me pull up full cards so you guys can see that, and then shorten the picture. We see here no BT1. Greymon, if anything, is kind of like a Ragnar Lordmon. Actually, is this not Ragnar Lordmon? Why is it listed as a red Omnimon? It's really more of a... Or is this the second list? No, yeah, this is first place list. Yeah. So that's pretty strange. I don't know why it's really listed as red Omnimon. This is very clearly a Ragna. So that's even more impressive. Ragna, fantastic rogue deck. Really able to power out stuff. You know, surprise some wins because if you don't take care of it, the swings add up really quickly. So that's actually a very... I'm describing this live with you guys. Really cool. This rogue deck's able to take first place at an entire event. Congratulations to the red Omnimon player. Or rather, red Ragna... red Ragnar Lordmon player, really fantastic. But if we do look at the red Omnimon player, there is no booster set 1 War Greymon. You know, it's just the traditional Blitz and Phoenix. And then if we go to another red Omnimon list, if we could pull one up from here really quickly, because it's a bunch of shines and Rookie Rush like crazy. If you pull up Dan Vang's, again, no booster set 1. We got Phoenix, we got Volcanic for the Rookie Rush matchup, we got Blitz for the control, and that's it in terms of your... booster set, or in terms of your megas. So it's really interesting to see that development tech in for the security control. Everyone was expecting it after the rise in popularity. People teched in so many BT1 War Greymons to deal with the security options that they would reveal. So that is the current state of our meta, guys. Security control is an up and rising deck, and it's already massively popular. It's only going to get more popular as people are more curious to try it and realize just how good it is. And then optimize it, you know, as more top players start wanting to get a try at building it themselves, you know. So definitely, yeah, like these red decks have already been doing, prepare for the security control matchup. It's only get more popular. Rookie Rush is still a very formidable deck and probably will be until we get more hate for it in Booster Set 4 and Booster Set 5. Shine is an incredible deck that's still able to perform because if you do not end games quick, their grind game is absolutely insane. And Red Omnimon is Red Omnimon. The continual support it'll get always keeps it in the meta. It's able to quickly... Digivolve up and blow out a threat with its top level effects at the top end, and now you actually have one of the safest answers to security control in Booster Set 1 War Greymon, so you're able to tech that in now. And Paratramon's able to sneak in some wins there, solid tier 2 deck. So yeah, that is the current state of our English meta. I've reached out to these top players. I tried to go in depth as I possibly could and look at every avenue, not just one tournament, to get a very accurate picture of not how only what it is, but how it's changed and developed. And I think that's really fascinating and interesting. So I really hope this video helped you guys, help you prepare your decks. If you're just here for fun and you find this all fascinating, even though you don't want to play, then that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking your time to make it this far into the video. So thanks everyone, I really appreciate you watching the video. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you would like for the next video to be. The next couple ones are going to be deck profiles, as I said, but after that, let me know what kind of game you want to see. I would love to play the security control deck, give it a shot, or play against it, really, because I have played against it, and it's really fun. A lot of people hate it. I like it, because this deck makes me think incredibly different how I approach security and board state than any other deck I normally would when playing the game, so that's fun. That is really interesting to me. So I enjoyed it. How hard it makes you think to win when I fight against this deck. So yeah, I'd love to get more gameplay versus or as it, if that's what you guys want to see. But let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video. And until that next video, remember to stay hungry until you get a taste of victory.